At this year's Super Bowl, Rihanna ended her first live performance in 7 years, suspended above the stadium, singing her hit song Diamonds. Apple Music was for the first time the sponsor of the halftime show. In this video, I want to show you why Apple Music won the Super Bowl in my opinion, and how you can apply some of the principles and the strategy to your company regardless of its size. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Loïc Maestracci. I'm a brand marketer and musician out of San Francisco, California. I look at the intersection of music, tech, and marketing, and today I want to share the strategy and execution behind Apple Music's sponsorship of the Super Bowl halftime show with Rihanna. Apple made perhaps what is considered the most memorable commercial in the Super Bowl history way back in 1984. Apple 1984 commercial is regarded as probably one of the best commercials. It was directed by Ridley Scott, the famed director of Alien and Blade Runner. The 60-second commercial only aired once, and it was leading to the halftime show of that year. It was, of course, to launch the now very famous Macintosh computer. While this leads to think that Apple and Super Bowl go hand to hand, actually, Apple's history of the game is quite short. Let's forward to today. In September 2022, the NFL and Apple announced that they signed a 5-year, $50 million year deal for a total of $250 million. Apple was replacing Pepsi, who was the previous title sponsor for the last 10 years. While Apple is a $400 billion business, Apple Music is the challenger in the streaming business, right behind Spotify. Sponsoring the halftime show was a big opportunity for Apple. A quick note on the artist who performs the halftime show. They usually get between $10 and $15 million of production budget. This is to finance the dancers, the musicians, the in-set designer, the security, and the marketing, but none of this money is going to the artist perform for free. Let's talk about the strategy. The NFL was looking for a partner to make the show even bigger, to take it out of the 12 minutes. For Apple, it's a premium content play. All the brand content and products surrounding the halftime show gives Apple the opportunity to attract new subscribers, retain existing ones, and more people to its products. The Super Bowl halftime show is one of the most valuable 12 minutes of media in the world. What Apple has done is stretch those 12 minutes over a longer period of time, starting with an amazing partnership with Rihanna. Rihanna hadn't performed in 7 years, and her last song was released in 2016, so there was a lot of excitement and anticipation. When I worked at Twitter, every time Rihanna was in the press, either by launching a new Fenty product or just showing up at the Met Gala, her fans were quick to jump on the platform to request the dates of her next album release. Let's talk about the execution. Apple marketing's approach to the Super Bowl treated the halftime show like a new Apple product. The cadence was over a period of few weeks following the Apple product launch playbook. They built anticipation with a mysterious trailer featuring actual radio commentaries about Rihanna's potential comeback. Then they follow with a trio of spots, Stay, Diamonds, and Run This Town, featuring each one of them one of her songs. Apple Music produced 2 radio shows, Halftime Hype Radio and Rihanna Revisited Radio. Apple Music also worked with Rihanna to remix and remaster all her music catalog into spatial audio, which is one of the features of Apple Music, all leading to 2 days prior to Super Bowl with Rihanna's participation to the press conference. So let's talk about the results. How did Apple and Fenty win the Super Bowl? With the immense reach of the Super Bowl, it was an opportunity for Apple to build awareness and wow people with its own streaming service. Fox, the official broadcaster, reported that Rihanna's performance, regardless of the rest of the show, attracted 119 million viewers. Rihanna's performance, which has been uploaded to YouTube for replay, gathered 30 million views within the first 24 hours. And if you add to that all the other pieces of content and the music that's been uploaded and shared leading to the event, we're counting at least for another 100 million views. By paying the NFL $15 million for 12 minutes, it cost Apple $4.1 million a minute. So how does that compare? In 2023, the advertisers were spending $7 million for a 30-second spot on CBS. For the NFL, in addition of a guarantee of $250 million over 5 years, they partnered with one of the most valuable brands out there that enabled them to extend their reach beyond core fans, which, by the way, are mostly in the United States. As far as the artist is concerned, as I mentioned earlier in the video, the artist doesn't get paid for the performance. So why do they do it? Exposure, and the data backs it up. In addition to the above-mentioned viewership, Rihanna's music revenues have been boosted instantly. Spotify reported that Bitch Better Have My Money streams increased by 2,600% within the first hour after it was shown on TV. On the same token, Diamond climbed 1,400%. But wait, there is more. Do you remember Rihanna's stunt in the middle of a performance? Guess what? Rihanna's Fenty Beauty line gathered an estimated 312 million impressions and an estimated 5.6 million in earned media over the first 12 hours. The NFL, Apple, and Rihanna are some of the most well-known names around the world. I want to leave you this video with 3 key takeaways that you can apply to your business regardless of its size. Sponsorship gives you a quick access to a new audience, but also an opportunity to wow your existing one. So the first advice I would give you is make sure to maximize the sponsorship. Look carefully at the different packages and audience they offer. Is there IP, i.e. logo, images, videos that you can leverage? Is there content you can create? Can you get special access to your customers, your fans, even your teams? Can you talk about it before, during, and after? Remember how Apple stretched the 12-minute media into a long-month campaign. My second advice is don't blow all your budget on the sponsorship. Keep some to create high-quality content. If it's an event, make sure you show up in a meaningful manner. This is a challenge that I find quite often with small organizations. They blow up the entire budget on sponsorship and there's nothing left to make the most out of it. Finally, give yourself time to plan and execute. Can you sign 3, 6, or even 6, 12 months prior to the start of the event? Can you sign a multi-year agreement so you can build momentum over time? A little bonus. What if you don't have money? Guess what? While sponsorship requires monetary compensation, it is possible to enter in a marketing partnership with only exchange of value. If you're interested to learn more, let me know in the comments. I personally have done marketing partnership for over 10 years. Sorry, one more thing. If you partner with a creator or an artist, just pay them. Thank you. Let me know in the comments if you agree or if you find another brand that won the Super Bowl. If you like this video, please drop a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel so you are alerted next time I publish a new video. Ciao.